Welcome back. Now, as you know, on the Bike Show, we do like to keep up with all the travellers that cross our paths here in South Africa, and we've got our latest couple, a husband and wife team. This is Tom and Caroline. They're busy riding around the world, taking their time about it. Tell me, how long have you been on the road so far?
We have been on the road for 8.5 months now.
Okay,
Yeah.
and exactly what have you done in that 8.5 months, Tom?
Well, we started a trip in Belgium.
Okay.
And then worked our way to North Africa, Morocco. Followed the west coast of Africa. Came down through the Congos to the south of Angola, crossed into Namibia, and then went east to Zambia, Malawi, Mozambique, and then straight into South Africa. Now we're in Joburg.
How many Ks is that so far?
That's about 34,000 Ks, I believe.
How many?
34,000.
That's longer than around the world already.
Yeah, we don't go in a straight line.
Apparently not. No.
We try to do a bit of off-roading, so we're looking for the nice tracks, and then you go like zigzag. We worked our way down to Joburg zigzagging.
You've obviously got no time limit then, Caroline.
We
You've set
don't.
up-
We
no,
don't.
So it is a round-the-world trip that you're aiming for, isn't it?
It is a round-the-world trip, and we have like 5 years to
So
travel.
you've sort of given yourself a 5-year gap
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
get this done.
Yeah.
Okay, well then, I'm quite intrigued. It's not a common way to come down through Africa along the west coast. Highlights and lowlights. I mean, what has been the most amazing thing having gone through that route?
The most amazing thing, I would maybe start with the most amazing country for us. I think we have a top 3, and we
Okay, that's interesting. Go for it.
we kindly.
Well, let's do it in reverse order. Caroline, give me number 3 if you're in agreement.
Number 3 would be, I guess, Ghana. We love
Okay.
Ghana. We had a lot of trouble getting visa for Ghana, but we were so happy we got it. We didn't go all to the south, to the coastline, but we stayed in the Volta region, and it was just amazing. We did a lot of nice treks.
Is it
and,
physically beautiful, or?
Yeah, physically beautiful. The people were nice. The bread was really disgusting, but that's just
That's a low
small
light.
detail. No,
Okay.
we just loved it.
Country number 2. What's number 2 on the list?
Number 2, I guess, would be Mali.
Okay.
That's pretty nearby. That's also West Africa. We crossed into Mali, and one thing that struck us immediately was smiling faces. People don't have a lot, but they smile. They're friendly. They're curious. They want to know about the bikes. Obviously, when you travel on a bike, you're a lot more like social. People come to you. People talk with you, and that was such a nice experience. And also, people kept on telling us, like, don't go north of Bamako. Bamako is the capital of Mali because of the security situation. But that were like Western people telling us that. And then we talked to the locals, and they said, well, it's perfectly fine to travel like, how much, 400 kilometers north of Bamako, which was what we did. And it was so amazing. 0 tourists. In a region that used to be like a tourist hotspot. That was just excellent. That was great. It was amazing.
Okay, I don't know if you're agreed on this then. What's the top country on that list?
Our absolute number 1, we totally agree on that, would be Angola. That's
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
A country that was so recently war-torn
Yeah,
and has
yeah.
its problems and incredibly poor, and yet top of your list. Why?
yeah, I used to work in Angola 18 years ago, but I was 26 years old then, and that was like at the end of the Civil War. There was not much there. Most of the infrastructure was like ruined or like in really bad condition. And I was really keen on going back there. I was curious how would it have evolved. First of all, it has evolved a lot, and second of all, they just have everything. You have like the rainforest, you have the desert, you have the beach, you have a nice city. Luanda is actually a really nice city that changed a lot. And people
Mountains.
you have the mountains. You have really extremely friendly people, good food, and most of all, we could do wild camping again, because wild camping in Central Africa or West Africa is just not done. I mean,
Really?
you cannot pitch your tent just at
Anywhere.
the side of the road. People come and stare at you, and it just doesn't feel comfortable.
So that was the plan starting out, was it? That you would you carry a tent with you, a 2-man
Yeah,
tent
we
with
do.
you,
Yeah.
and your idea is wherever you stop, you
Yeah.
pitch your tent and you.
Yeah.
So it wasn't heading for recognised campsites.
Well, you don't always have to
Yeah,
have a
sure.
campsite, you
Yeah,
know.
no,
It's
absolutely.
the most beautiful places we camped at were not at campsites. It's on the beach. It's along the track. It's in yeah. If you come at a place that is
can-
really stunning, you just stop and you pitch your tent. And
So, have you finished with Africa now? Have you got, I presume, given the route, you're heading down to Cape Town, or are there any dreams to come back and maybe do East Africa? Or
we will come back. Yeah. If everything goes well, we just go like we're going to South America now, and then go all the way up to Alaska.
how long is that going to be, Caroline?
About a year. And then we go back to Belgium to swap the bikes, and then do Transasia to Australia, and then we would like to come back to Africa and do the East Coast.
Fantastic. Well, I'm quite intrigued. I mean, most people don't manage to do what you've done, which is to get Husqvarna to give you a couple of bikes.
Yeah.
Explain to me how that works, Tom. I believe you guys are journalists, so you're paying them in terms of publicity as you travel the world.
Well, the thing is, we write articles. We have quite a bit of visibility in European press. And that's just interesting for different brands. I mean, we don't select pictures to show the bikes. We select pictures because we like them, because we think it's good pictures. And the thing is, in many cases, there's a nice bike on there, or a helmet, or like
Yes, yeah.
a gear you wear, or boots, or whatever. I mean, that's...
So the money you're earning from the articles is essentially helping pay for the trip. It's kind of a working holiday. It's an ideal mix.
It is.
It is.
Basically, half of the time we actually work. Like this afternoon, we have to finish an article. So it's going to take us like another 5 hours, I guess. We do write in 3 languages, which takes a little bit of time to translate as well.
Well,
But
just out of interest, what for those of us who, look, you might want to follow these guys' travels, and we obviously ain't getting any Belgique or French magazines. Do you have a website or somewhere that you're telling the story that people can log into? And
Yeah,
what would that be?
That's motomorgana.com. If
Okay.
people go surf to that website, they can follow us. They can find us on Instagram and Facebook as well, under the name Motomorgana.
perfect.
And so they will be able to see what we do.
You guys are riding. We've only got one bike here, but you guys are each riding your own bike, aren't you?
Yeah.
You were obviously a fair bit more experienced. From what I understand, talking off camera, you know, Caroline wants to join in with the travelling, and Tom, you said, yeah, not a problem, but get your own bike.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And you've learned. How long have you been riding now, Caroline?
I've been riding for 8 years now.
Okay, and obviously handling the off-road stuff. Or is he a hard taskmaster? Does he like to?
Oh, yeah.
Is he?
He is.
Well, the thing is that
Yeah,
I mean, she gets by in the dirt really, really well now. I mean, yeah, you obviously have now a little bit more experience than in the beginning.
But if I say just one word, she's going to break out into cold sweats. Sand.
Sand, yeah, sand.
Yeah, no, that's-
All right, I'm the same. Don't you worry about it.
Okay.
I really like sand.
You're a weirdo.
Yeah, well,
yeah, it
she
is.
dislikes it. If I see a dune, I want to get up there. If she sees a dune, she starts like, oh no, not again, not a dune, or like sandy ruts or whatever. I mean, yeah, you struggle quite a bit in North Africa, Mauritania, and Western Sahara. That's true. But
I do it, but I just don't like it.
she did it.
Well, that's a proper accomplishment. How's the bike been? If it broke down 18 times, you're not going to tell me, are you?
Oh yeah,
Oh, we
will.
would tell you.
Would
Would
you?
tell you,
Yeah, but
And
it
how's it been
didn't.
then? How have the bikes been?
It's been fantastic. It's been fantastic so far. I mean, we had a little problems. I mean, we had a rear sprocket worn out until like
That's
you
fine,
couldn't
that's
ride it
usual
anymore.
stuff.
That's
Yeah,
normal. We had like a problem with fuel filters and a fuel pump, but that's basically because of the dirty petrol in Africa. So that wasn't too much of a surprise. Now we have a little issue with the engine, but it never stopped us. I mean, they've proven to be really, really
That's
reliable.
34,000 kilometers of pretty tough going.
I would
Yeah, it
like to challenge another bike to do the same thing as we did with that few problems. I think you would have a hard time to find one.
Well, I hope it goes as reliably as it has done so far.
Yeah.
We'll look forward to tuning into your website and seeing how your travels are going. We, on the other hand, will continue our journey right after this short break.